Hi, this is Kat with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you guys the beautiful new Rulla beads. And in this video I'm going to also show you the basic weave that I used to create the Punk Rock Princess bracelet. Now this bracelet features the Rulla beads and the 2-hole Czech pyramid beads. So I'm just going to show you how that sort of works up in this video here. But first I want to go over the actual Rulla beads themselves. Now these are cylindrical beads, and I'll just pick one up here to show you. They have 2 holes, as you can see, but looking at them from the side, they're actually perfect little cylinders. So they actually work up really nice, and you can use them either facing the way I have them here in the bracelet, so you see this side, or you could do it where you have just the little circles going next to each other, or however you like to do in the design. Now I do also want to point out that we do have these like metallic, matte type colors. We have all of these other beautiful colors to choose from, but I did want to pull out one specific type, and these are sort of the half-coated. Now you can see that they're sort of blue crystal on one side, and they have that sort of Apollo gold on the other. So there are a couple of colors that are like this. We have a silver version and a gold version, but I just wanted to show you that they can look really different in the design. Also, when you see them from the side, they can appear to be either that sort of blue, or they can actually have a little bit more of like a gold coating that comes up on the side. So just really neat, and it just totally depends on your design, but we do have all these great colors to choose from. So now I'm going to show you how to do the bracelet, and I have on my size 12 beading needle just a length of thread. To do this, you'll probably need a good wingspan of about 6 feet to complete the entire bracelet. However, if you need to add more thread, we also have a video showing you how to add thread and tie it off. So, like I said, I'm going to be using my Rulla beads, my 2-hole pyramid beads. I have some 11/0 Toho beads here. And then for my clasp portion, I just have a nice magnetic clasp, and I have 2 closed jump rings and 2 open jump rings, and these are both 5mm 20 gauge. I have a couple of pliers to help me with those jump rings, and I just have a pair of snips to help with my thread. But first, I'm going to take my little stopper bead and just string him onto my thread here. And I'm going to leave a tail of about a foot because that's what I'll use to tie off my clasp later. So I have my stopper bead ready to go. So very simply, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up one of my Toho seed beads, and I'm going to string it onto one of my pyramid beads. I'm going to slide that all the way down. And now I'm going to pick up another Toho, and I'm not going to go back through it. I'm just going to go back through that black pyramid all the way down through here. And now I'm just going to go through that gold bead there. Go down. And now to secure that gold bead, I'm just going to come right back up, but I'm going to make sure to not catch that gold bead at the top. So this is the starting point for that bracelet. So now actually I can go ahead and remove my stopper bead because it'll hold it nicely in place. So this is what your starting will look like. You just go up and you catch the gold bead, and you go down and you catch your gold bead. So now I'm just going to go across and create a thread bridge going through that second hole. And I'm going to pick up one seed bead. And in this design here, I used the same tube of Rulla beads, and you can see that I chose a multicolored one because that's the look I wanted for this. But if you do choose a solid color one, that's what you'll have there. So, but for me, I just wanted to vary up the colors. So I'm going to start by taking a purple bead and sliding that all the way down. And now I'm going to pick up a gold bead and go right back through the 2 beads that I just strung. So that gold bead is going to serve to sort of catch that thread there. And you'll just want to make sure that your Rulla bead flips open like so. And now I'm just going to repeat that on the top. So I'm going to grab one seed bead, and I'll grab a green one this time. Slide that all the way down. Oops. And now pick up another Toho and go back through. And now this time, I'm only going to go back through as far as coming out that black pyramid bead right there. So that's where I want my thread to be. So now I'm going to add on the second, let me just put this down so you can sort of see it. I'm going to add on the second pyramid bead. So as you can see, the two holes are oriented like so, and I want that bead to just kind of sit right in there. So I'm going to pick it up by this side and slide that all the way down so that it kind of comes up right next to it, you can see. And now I'm going to go back through that first black pyramid, again coming out the black, not catching any of the seed beads on that outer side, and just pulling that down. And pull it tight so it sits right next to it. And finally, to complete this step, you're just going to go back up through that first hole of that second pyramid bead. And now I'm going to pick up one Toho, go through the Rulla bead, pick up another Toho, and go back through, catching it, and go all the way back down through. Oops. Keep getting caught there in my own bead weaving. Just make sure I turn this around for you. Okay. So I had just picked up my Toho, and we go all the way back down through that first hole of the second pyramid bead. And you pick up one Toho and connect it. And another, and go back through, now this time going all the way up, and you have your thread coming out the top of your pyramid bead. And now I'm just going to go back down through that second hole, and I'm just going to repeat that entire process. So I'm going to do a couple more, and then I'm going to show you how to attach the clasp really quick. Okay, so I just added on just one extra unit just because I want to quickly show you how to do the clasp portion here. So, but you will just continue weaving for the length of bracelet that you want. So I'm coming out here of that first hole of that last pyramid bead that I strung. So now I'm just going to create a thread bridge, and I'm going to go down through that second hole, and I'm going to pick up one Toho and go back up through, and I'm going to pick up one more Toho and go back down through, and this time I want to try to catch that first Toho bead at the bottom there. So I want to go through the pyramid and through that Toho. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 6 Toho beads, and one closed jump ring. And now I'm going to go through the Toho at the top and the Toho at the bottom. And pull fairly tightly. You're going to want to get your needle through all the Tohos there, just for an extra security, and go all the way back down through. And now this time, come out just the bottom of the pyramid there. So don't go through that last Toho on this one. So we've captured our closed jump ring there. And now all we have to do is just sort of weave in our thread. So I'm just going to create a thread bridge there and try to come up, not catching another bead. There we go. And just get my thread back through there. And now what I'm going to do is just create a little surgeon's knot to catch my thread. And now I'll just weave it down in through there. All right, there we go. Let me just snip that off real quick. Oops. There we go. Okay. So now, just to quickly finish that up, all I'm going to do is I'm going to take an open jump ring and just open that with my 2 pliers there, string it on to the closed jump ring and to one end of the magnetic clasp, and close that jump ring. So that's it. That's just how you finish off the bracelet. And your thread tail over here, all you'll have to do is do the full loop and add your jump ring, and then add the other side of this clasp, and you're good to go. To get the full list of supplies and to find more projects and videos, visit beadaholique.com.